Okay, so today I'm going to be administering the Woodcock-Johnson, and the purpose of this test is to measure general intellectual ability, specific cognitive abilities, oral language, and academic achievement. So the areas assessed in this test are letter word identification, reading fluency, story recall, understanding directions, calculation, math fluency, spelling, writing fluency, passage comprehension, applied problems, writing, and story recall delayed. And most schools don't use all of these assessment areas, just a specific few. And as far as the interpretation of results goes, professionals can use this test to diagnose learning disabilities, determine discrepancies, plan educational programs, assess growth, provide training, conduct research, and provide guidance in educational settings. As far as the scoring information goes, each kit includes a software program where raw scores are entered, and the software quickly and accurately provides all derived scores for tests and clusters. The administrator can then use this information for future meetings, such as a triennial IEP meeting. So for the test, what you need is obviously the test, this teacher workbook, which looks like this, and then this is where the teacher is going to mark as the test is going. It's pretty straightforward. And then you also need the student workbook, which is where for some of the parts the students have to fill out their own work. And the test itself is pretty straightforward. The tests at each school site will be determined which test you have to take or which test you have to give the student, and the directions are very much straightforward, and I am going to provide an example for you as a little mock testing. So the test that I'm going to
You shouldn't have picked
take
me.
two.
You shouldn't have picked me.
And so the test that I'm going to administer is
Take three.
the test that I'm going to administer is the letter word identification. And to figure out where to begin this test, I consider my students' grade level or their academic level. So for this example, I'm going to assume that since my roommate is in college, that she's capable of doing the college level. So on this sheet of paper, it tells me where to begin based on her age. So it's telling me to go to 29. And then once I get to page 29, all I do is I read the bright blue words. It's very much easy to follow along with. And then I take my teacher guide and I follow along and make marks on the words that she gets correct, and then make a different mark for the words that she doesn't get correct. And the general rule of thumb is once she reaches 6 in a row that are incorrect, that's when the test finishes. So here's an example. So what is this word?
Domesticated.
Okay, so go ahead with the others. Don't go too fast.
Interpretation. Therapeutic. Bouquet. Significance. Provincial. Aeronautic. Conspicuous.
Okay. Starting at the top.
Diacritical. Deficiencies. Pituitary. Trivialities. Debutante. Magnanimous.
Okay, so that's the general idea of it. Yeah, that's about it.
So
That's it.
you get the gist.
You get the gist.